how would getting a CRM improve our company and sales process?
Everything that you do inside of your company revolves around your sales process. So to make it work, you have to have, and a CRM, I want to say this, that term gets thrown around very loosely, right? Like everybody's,
Yeah.
everything's a CRM, right? Like let's just be honest. I mean, honest to God, a notepad and paper and a whiteboard can be a CRM. It
Yeah.
really can. Like honestly, it was mine for my first few years. Was I had a big whiteboard and I had a notepad, and everything I'd take from my notepad, I put it on my whiteboard, and we had little magnets, and we'd move the magnets across a whiteboard, and that was our CRM.
Customer relationship management. I mean,
That's all it is.
it usually refers to software, but doesn't technically have to.
It doesn't
So
have to. And we had names on the board, and we just move customers across the board. Yeah, I like it. Literally, we did what software does on a whiteboard. It's super inefficient though, and there's so many programs out there now that offer so many features that I wouldn't even have thought of being part of a CRM. Like inside ProLine, all the messaging features and the email features and the proposal features, and you can do so much, but you keep your people organized. So like right now, I've got John has all his customers in his pipeline. So he's got his whiteboard on his phone, on his computer, everywhere he goes. He's got his whiteboard in front of him, and only his people are moving through his pipeline. He clicks and drags them wherever they need to go throughout the process. They're receiving the messaging that they should be receiving automatically. He doesn't have to text it to them. It's an automation. He moves them to paid and closed. Boom, they get a receipt. Thank you so much for your business. Blah blah blah. Leave us a great Google review. Well, then Josh has his whiteboard on his. Like, so everybody has their own whiteboard, but it's on their phone, it's on their tablet, it's on their computer. Everywhere they go, they have their whiteboard. They don't have to go to the office to look at a physical whiteboard. So, how can it help your business? I mean, it's literally the center of your business. It's the center of your sales process. It's literally what takes care of what manages your customers and keeps them in order of where they're at in the process. You have to have it today. If not, I can speak from 100% experience. People fall through the cracks. Not that the CRM is going to eliminate that. You have to eliminate that, but it will drastically reduce the amount of people falling through the cracks.
yeah. Yeah, totally agree. Um, it's one of the early wins in a business is getting a good CRM in place. But then it can easily be one of the early losses if you implement the wrong CRM because
That's right.
it's such a pain. It's such a
Well,
switch.
I spent I spent 2 years on Job Nimbus, and I tell you honestly, I think my business would be significantly further ahead if I would have made a better decision at that time. And I'm not saying that Job Nimbus is terrible. I'm not. Some people love it, right? There's some people that love it. I'm saying for us and the team we had, we couldn't figure out how to implement it properly. And if you can't implement the CRM, you're wasting your time. So now my statistics from those 2 years that I go back and try to look at to gauge my next year to understand what I did right, what I did wrong, they're wrong. Like they're just wrong. Like because we didn't implement it to its ability. And now we don't have really, really solid stats to go off of.
Yep, that makes sense. One thing on that topic. So I don't think I told you about this. We did two really big things recently when it comes to switching CRMs if you're switching to ProLine from another system. One of the things we did is we partnered with a third party data firm that is able to extract data from any of the other CRM platforms, and then they can provide that data to ProLine to import into your new account. So now, whereas in the past that was something that was very hard to do and you had to do it manually, that's something that for a cost, there's a cost involved. We can refer someone out to this partner that we now have to handle that migration. And then kind of part of that, or one of the things they requested of us, was the ability to support, when they're importing data into ProLine, support backdating of both project data and payment data. So when data is getting imported into ProLine, it's now possible to backdate it in such a way that the old data actually reflects correctly inside of our reporting. I
You
think
definitely
you had a
forgot me
problem.
on that one.
Say what?
You definitely forgot about me on that one because look,
I know.
I don't know. We actually need to talk about this because I got two old CRMs that I still pay subscriptions on because I'm too stubborn to transfer the data on. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, piss on that, man. I'm not spending all my time,
Yeah.
manually transfer. So we'll have to chat about that.
We'll
What,
chat. I'll get you set up. But I think did you have some data that you imported that was not backdated? I feel like you told me that.
sorry.
You're good. Did you have some data that you had imported that was not backdated? Did you tell me that?
Yeah, oh yeah, a bunch. I've got because I imported a bunch of data in January or February, and I don't remember the date. It was right there at the end of January.
Yeah.
So I usually run all my reports from March 1st, just which we do almost no business in the month of January and February.
Yeah.
But I do have like all these contacts and data that came in at this one time that's all dated for the same date.
There is a way to go back and backdate that. It's not easy. Like
Oh no, I
you're gonna
definitely
have
pay
to,
somebody to do that.
but you can back that data that you already have. There's basically three options. We can delete it for you, and then you can re-import it from scratch with the backdating. You can export it from ProLine so that you have it linked to the right ProLine project with the ProLine IDs. Change the dates on it. It's a little bit of manual work, but maybe less than you otherwise would have to do. And then you can re-import that